Proverbs 6, verse 6. Take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones. Learn from their ways and become wise. Though they have no prince or governor or ruler to make them work, they labor hard all summer, gathering food for the winter. I don't know about you, but when I see little bugs or little ants crawling around on the ground, in the road, on the sidewalk, it doesn't come to my mind that they're very smart. In fact, they're pretty low on the ground. Just step on them and you don't think anything about it. We pay exterminators to get rid of them so that they'll be completely out of our lives. And that is the exact animal that God highlights, a bug, an ant, to teach us something about wisdom. Well, this week I kind of nerded out a little bit and did a little research on ants. There's got to be something in here. If God is using this small, seemingly insignificant creature to teach us about wisdom, to teach us about himself and ourselves, then there's got to be something more to ants. Here's your fun facts for the day. A single ant can move up to 50 times their own body weight. Ants never live alone. They're a part of a huge family that works together to accomplish even more than they could if they were isolated. Ants listen by feeling vibrations in the ground through their feet. And they often communicate to each other that way. Ants have 2 stomachs inside of their abdomen. One of them for eating and one of them for sharing the food with the other ants when they get back home. So every meal that an ant eats, it cuts in half, puts half of it in a doggy bag to take it back to all of the ants at home, and it eats the other half. The Bible says that they have absolutely no hierarchy. There's no managers or presidents or rulers or leaders. All they do is just literally work together. No one has to drive them. No one has to boss them around. No one has to keep them accountable. They all know their job. They all have a role and they take it very seriously. No managers or assistant managers or assistant to the regional managers in the ant world. They're very organized, very systemized, and are constantly preparing for the future. I mean, everything an ant does is preparing for what's next. Man, there's all kinds of good wisdom and advice in those. But now let's contrast those that don't learn and work and act like the ants. In verse 9, it says, "But you, lazy bones, how long will you sleep? When will you wake up? A little extra sleep, a little more slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. Then poverty will pounce on you like a bandit. Scarcity will attack you like an armed robber." Solomon says, you want to see what the opposite of the ant is? Lazy, self-centered, self-focused, isolated, not involved with community, obsessed with power and titles and authority, working as little as you can to get the most immediate and fast satisfaction that will satisfy us right in the moment, not even thinking about the long-term plan or future. So, the next time you think these mindless bugs are insignificant, stop and think how God often uses the smallest and most insignificant things in life to humble the proud and to teach us lessons, especially those of us that are convinced that we already know everything. Wisdom and opportunities to learn and to grow are all around us. Just look down. Proverbs chapter 6.